Anyway, I want to talk about changes that I've seen in myself and that others will see. You know, this, like I said, this is the end of my 3rd week. And I'm not strictly on keto. I'm more low carb. Some days I'm, you know, I have less carbs than others, so I'm kind of leaning more towards the keto side. But I am still tapering out different things. And as of this morning, I've lost 18 pounds in 3 weeks. So I'm really happy about that. I seem to, in the middle of every week, kind of hit this little bump. It's like, okay, a couple pounds down. A couple days later, a couple pounds back up. What the hell? A couple days later, back down below that. So it's just weird. Your body is weird. It's weird. Trust me, I get it. Some days you drink more water, some days you drink less water, you know. But you have to kind of try to look at what you're doing. When you do start logging your food, look at, Jinxie, look at what you're eating. And if you have a period of time where you feel like you might have be eating something that's not great for you. Like some people can't do these sugar substitutes. I'm not picky about sucralose. I know I've mentioned that in my grocery haul the other day. I'm not picky in sucralose. It's the one of the low oses that I'll use, but like the maltodextrin and stuff like that. I quit doing my little flavor packets for my water bottles earlier this week. I bought some Gatorade or Powerade Zero, and they have that new flavor I showed you, white cherry. I'm telling you, that is freaking awesome. It doesn't even taste like it's sugar-free, 0 calorie, because I need my potassium and my, you know, electrolytes and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, this is good. This is really, really good. So I love the white cherry Powerade Zero. Go get some. It's excellent. But basically, if you feel like there's certain things that you are doing a lot of, because I was drinking more water. So I was using more of those packets that have maltodextrin and all that stuff in there. So I was like, okay, I got to stop this. Because I was expecting to see a little bit more of a difference this week. And I know usually 3rd, 4th week, your body's adjusting. The first couple weeks, you're getting rid of a lot of body weight and things like that. So I just wanted to make sure I cut that out. And we have a speed bump, like, right by our house. The bad thing is 99% of the time they fly over it. But when they do slow down, they're really loud like that. So just try to keep track once you get to the point where you feel like you can start tracking. I've been using, I know a lot of people use MyFitnessPal, stuff like that. I've been using the Bariatric app. If you go to download it, it's another one of those free apps. I'm sorry, not Bariatric, Baritastic. This is what the screen looks like. I don't know if you saw that when you log on. But basically, this is like where I'm at today, macro-wise. But you get to a point where you start to calculate things. If you feel like you're eating a lot of one thing, like those little drink packets, cut them down. Maybe they're messing with you. But I've seen a lot of changes in myself since I've started this different way of eating. Honestly, I know a lot of people may talk about it, but I have a lot of energy. So it'll be 9 o'clock, and we usually go to bed somewhere between 9:30 and 11, depending on how tired we are. And I'll just get up and I'll go do dishes, and I'll do, you know, just start running around the house and doing stuff. And this is like 9 o'clock at night. My husband's like, oh, I feel like doing the house chores, huh? And I was like, yeah, I just, you know, had this energy, and I feel happier. I don't feel like sad and depressed, and, you know, sometimes I've thought about, I possibly have issues, because I've had a long, crazy, been through a lot of crap kind of life, which I know a lot of us have. And I feel like sometimes I let that affect me. But I just feel like the changes in myself that I've noticed is I feel great. I'm happier. I have a lot of energy. My husband was even talking to me about it today, that he said, I don't know if it's the eating differently or whatever, or if it's in my head. He says, but I just feel like in such a better mood, and I feel so good. And I said, yeah, it's the food, and it's probably a little bit in your head too, because you know you're eating better. And he's been seeing weight loss too, because he's not a big guy. He's like 5'11", 5'10", and like now he's down to 182. He's not big anywhere at all, except a hereditary, like he's got a little belly. And that doesn't drink, doesn't, you know, it's just all the men in his family seem to have had that almost like a beer belly, even though he's not a drinker. So he's actually really happy to have seen some weight loss, because I think the last time he weighed himself was about a week ago, and it was like 187. So he's lost like 5 pounds in a week, and he's not even doing it full blown like I am. Like, cause at work he'll still have soda, or he'll, you know, once in a while still grab a burger or a piece of pizza or whatever for lunch during the week. But he usually brings like lunch meat, does like little roll-ups. So he's doing really good, and he's cutting out his sodas. He's like, I've cut down to 1 soda a day, or no sodas, you know? So he feels really happy, and that's great, because I think that's just something that comes along with this, and it's awesome. But yeah, I've seen those changes, and I've had so much energy. But also, don't forget, guys, if you see the scale not move for days or a week or weeks, don't freak out. I have yet to measure myself, and today, 3 weeks in, I finally took some pictures with just like my bra and my pants in the mirror in the bathroom, and I'm like, ooh, I wish I hadn't have done that. But I gotta have a starting point, even though this is almost 20 pounds lost since I started. I'm sure I would have seen a difference if I had checked or taken pictures then, but take the before pictures. Measure yourself. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're not losing weight, you've got all the protein things making muscle. God, please watch Dr. Berg. Dr. Berg and Dr. Barry are both amazing and addictive watching their videos. Watch them, guys. They have so much information. I am not a doctor, nowhere in any way, shape, or form. Okay? But I do feel like I've learned a lot of that. I've heard a lot of people talk about that. Just because you're not moving on the scale does not mean you're not getting smaller. Because there's been people who haven't lost any weight in weeks, but they've lost 5-6 inches, you know? So I've yet to actually measure myself. I might get around to trying to do that today. And my husband's probably texting me. I might try to get around to doing that today. So we'll see. But don't give up. Don't watch the scale constantly and feel sad. Even though everybody does it, you look at it and you're like, oh, it didn't move. Or, oh, it went up a pound or 2, you know. Give it some time. And then one other thing I've found out was you haven't truly hit a stall until you've seen no change in weight or measurements in 4 weeks. So you have a month. If, you know, so many people give up after a week or 2 of not seeing any progress, but most of those people are just weighing themselves. They're not measuring. But if you have no measurement change, no weight loss change in a month, then you have to adjust something. But I guess that's about all I've got for today. I really appreciate you guys tuning into my channel. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll know when I post new videos. I'm not one of those people that's going to post videos every day, 3-4 times a week or anything like that. I do work a lot, and I do have some side stuff that I do. My husband and I do photography. We do like rallycross events in most of the year, except right now it's like one of the 2 months where there's no rallycross. So we drive and we do photography for those events that are local here in Tennessee. And we also have a small little vinyl business on the side. So we'll do like decals and banners, you know, things like that. So sometimes I've got a lot going on, and I'm at work like 10 hours a day. So, but I will post as often as I can. I will make sure that if anybody has questions, I'll try to make a list. I got my little inspiration notebook here that I'm going to continue to make notes in and bring them up on the next video. I will post a video of my favorite recipes. I will try to post videos while I'm cooking, but my kitchen is really tiny, so I'm not sure how I'm going to set that up yet. But if anybody has questions, please ask me. Thank you again for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. Thank you.